That movie dork here trying to make it home for Thanksgiving and chat about John Hughes' classic film, Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. Release date, November 25th, 1987. Budget, 15 million big ones. Tech specs, Panavision Panaflex Gold cameras with Panavision lenses, presumably Ultra Speeds or their newly introduced Primos, presumably captured onto Eastman Color 125T 5247 and Eastman Color 400T 5294 35mm film.
Hell yeah.
John Hughes cranked out the first draft of the script in just 3 days, which was an average speed for him in those prolific years. Chevy Chase, Michael Keaton, and Rick Moranis were all considered for the role of Neil Page. Dudley Moore, Bill Murray, John Goodman, and Robin Williams were considered for the role of Dell. This is the film debut of Dylan Baker.
Hell yeah.
John Hughes loved getting improvised performances from his actors, and he got one out of Steve Martin by convincing Dylan Baker to spit into his hand before the handshake, generating Steve's disgusted reaction. The book that Dell is reading in the airport, The Canadian Mounted, is a real adult-themed book written by Michael Flowers, and John Candy used this prop to reference his Canadian background. Fellow Canadian Ryan Reynolds has worked this book into the Deadpool movies, which he produced, doing so as a tribute to John.
Hell yeah.
This shot of the plane flying through the storm is recycled footage from the movie Airplane. This movie would have received a PG or PG-13 rating if it wasn't for Steve Martin saying f 19 times in under a minute at the car rental desk. This scene and the seat adjustment scene in the car were what sold Steve on taking the role.
Hell yeah.
A great deal of this movie was shot on location. For instance, Western New York, in Batavia and Buffalo for snowy scenes, as well as Gowanda and South Dayton for their train stations. The South Dayton train station is the same one used in The Natural. Illinois towns Braidwood and Gurney were utilized for motel and driving shots on Highway 41. Oh, and Lambert Airport in St. Louis. Due to the various locations, the crew did a lot of traveling, and on one of the flights, John Candy noticed that a camera assistant was extremely tired. So he generously gave his first-class seat to them, so they could rest comfortably, opting to sit in the back of the plane without making a fuss.
Hell yeah.
That wasn't the end of John's generosity either. When they were filming exteriors during the wintertime, he noticed that the crew members were quietly shivering in their jackets, so John privately arranged for heaters and blankets on his own dime to be provided so they could work comfortably.
Hell yeah.
John Candy's line,
I know it's not pretty to look at, but it'll get you where you want to go.
was repeated in Cool Runnings when he reveals the team bobsled. John Candy
I like me.
is the name of a recent documentary celebrating the life of John Candy, produced by Ryan Reynolds and directed by Colin Hanks, streaming on Amazon Prime. I highly recommend it, and I also recommend tissues, a lot of tissues. Final bag, $49.5 million domestically, staying in the top 10 for 7 weeks. Critically, it was a welcome departure from the John Hughes special, Teen Angst.
$6 in my right nut says we're not landing in Chicago.
It became a cult classic, and rightfully so. This movie has so much humanity in it, and name another perfect Thanksgiving movie. I'll wait. Thanks for watching my 30th incredibly dorky video about the road trip buddy comedy, Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. Shout out your favorite lines, moments, and your favorite movies. This is the beginning of holiday movie season, and we're gonna have the happiest Christmas since Bing Crosby tap dance with Dan fucking K. Happy Thanksgiving, everyone. May your plates and bellies be full, and your hearts full of warmth from friends and family, watching your favorite movies. Until next time, friends, when we kidnap the Sandy Claus.